Hello Army! Welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to discuss something very interesting and rarely highlighted by media. We all know Jimin is one of the most successful artists from BTS. But do you know who are the people behind the scenes who shaped the sound, style, and success of his solo career? From promise-breaking SoundCloud records, like Crazy reaching #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, to Who becoming one of the longest-charting K-pop solo songs, Jimin's success is not a coincidence. There's a team of mentors, producers, and collaborators working tirelessly behind the scenes, guiding every step of his artistic journey. In this video, we're going to reveal who these important figures are, how they influenced Jimin's music, and why their chemistry is so special. Trust me, after watching this video, you'll have a whole new appreciation for every Jimin song. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Let's dive in. Let's start with the most important figure in Jimin's solo career, someone whose name might already be familiar to ARMY, but whose role is very crucial, Dog. His full name is Kang Hyo-won, and he's the main in-house producer at Big Hit Music, now HYBE. Dog is not new to the BTS world. He's been working with the group since their debut in 2013 and has production credits on almost every BTS album. But what makes his relationship with Jimin special is how deeply involved he is in both of Jimin's solo albums, Face and Muse. In the documentary, Jimin's Production Diary, we can see how closely they work together. Dog isn't just a producer who receives a brief and makes beats. He's someone who truly understands Jimin's artistic vision and emotional journey. When Jimin struggled with self-doubt during the pandemic, experiencing an identity crisis as an artist, Dog was one of the first people Jimin approached to translate those feelings into music. And this is where the Face album was born. In an interview with Star News, Dog said something very touching. After finishing work on the Face album, we went straight into the production of Muse, and I thought, he's working this hard before his military enlistment. Thanks to Jimin's hard work, you'll be able to see his musical journey, which has grown even more. What makes Dog special as a mentor is he doesn't just focus on technical aspects. He's always attuned to how Jimin feels. Even when Jimin isn't directly involved in technical production, Dog always makes sure to understand the stories and emotions Jimin wants to convey. Fun fact, Dog even shared that after Jimin finished recording all vocals for Muse and they were preparing for release, Jimin kept practicing so much that they thought, should we be re-recording this? Because Jimin's improvement was so noticeable. Next, let's talk about GHSTLOP, another crucial mentor in Jimin's solo journey. GHSTLOP is a newer producer at HYBE compared to Dog, but his impact on Jimin's sound is very significant. GHSTLOP has been working closely with Dog since the map of the Seoul era of BTS, and he became even more involved with Jimin's solo projects. What's interesting is during the production of the Face album, Dog, GHSTLOP, and another producer named Evan casually started calling themselves the Smeraldo Garden Marching Band. And this nickname eventually became real. In the Muse album, there's a pre-release single literally titled Smeraldo Garden Marching Band featuring Loco, and in its music video, we can actually see Dog and GHSTLOP performing as band members alongside Jimin. GHSTLOP said in an interview, I didn't expect to be in it honestly, but we decided that if we're going to do it, we were going to get conceptual with it and be like a band. That's how Team Jimin became the Smeraldo Garden Marching Band. GHSTLOP has production credits on almost all tracks from Face and Muse. He's particularly skilled in synthesizer, keyboard, and digital editing, which gives Jimin's music that distinctive modern pop sound that remains emotional and personal. What makes this partnership work is mutual respect and shared vision. They're not just hired guns who come in, make music, and leave. They're genuinely invested in Jimin's artistic growth. Now, let's talk about someone who is perhaps the most personal mentor to Jimin. RM BTS's leader and fellow member. RM has a very special role in shaping Jimin's solo career, especially as a lyrical mentor. If you look at the credits on the Face album, RM is listed as co-writer on 3 songs, Face Off and both Korean and English versions of like Crazy. This is not a coincidence. RM is BTS's wordsmith, and Jimin often turns to him for help with lyrics and narrative direction. Even before Face, RM was already helping Jimin. Remember, Promise, Jimin's first solo song, released on SoundCloud in 2018? RM co-wrote the lyrics for that song with Jimin. And you know what? That song broke the SoundCloud record with 8.5 million streams in 24 hours, surpassing Drake's record. What makes RM valuable as a mentor is he understands the weight of words. As a rapper and poet, RM knows how to craft lyrics that don't just sound good, but truly convey complex emotions. And for Jimin, who wanted to express vulnerability and personal struggles in the Face album, having RM's guidance was invaluable. In production documentaries, we can see how RM encouraged Jimin to be more honest and raw in his lyrics. RM essentially told him, "Your story matters. Don't be afraid to show your real face." Now, let's talk about international collaborators who played crucial roles in expanding Jimin's musical horizons. For the Muse album, especially, Jimin worked with an impressive lineup of Grammy-nominated and chart-topping producers from around the world. First up is Jon Bellion, a Grammy-nominated singer-songwriter-producer who worked on Who, the lead single from Muse. Jon Bellion is a major name in the industry, with credits on songs for Justin Bieber, Eminem, and many more. Dog shared an interesting story about recording Who with Jon Bellion in New York. Jimin personally explained to Jon about the story he wanted to tell, and apparently he was really embarrassed because of the vulnerable love theme. But Jon Bellion clearly understood Jimin's vision, and the result of their collaboration was magic. Fun fact, after they finished recording Who, Dog ran into Jimmy Fallon in a neighboring studio and played the newly finished song for him. And well, we all know what happened next. Jimin performed Who on The Tonight Show. Muse also features collaboration with Ryan Tedder from OneRepublic, who helped pen Be Mine. Ryan Tedder is a legend in the industry with hits for Adele, Beyoncé, and countless others. Having him work with Jimin is a testament to how respected Jimin is internationally as an artist. There's also Sophia Carson, American actress and singer, who featured on Slow Dance. The chemistry between Jimin and Sophia's vocals on that track is beautiful, and this collaboration shows Jimin's willingness to experiment with different vocal styles and partnerships. Back in 2022, when Jimin started seriously preparing for his solo career, he was pictured with numerous sensational producers in LA and New York. Names like Tommy Brown, who worked with Ariana Grande and Justin Bieber. Hudson Mohawk, a Scottish producer who collaborated with Kanye West and Drake. Stephen Franks, known for work with John Legend. These weren't just casual meetings or photo ops. Jimin was genuinely seeking different perspectives, different sounds, different approaches to music making. He was building a network of mentors who could push him outside his comfort zone. Now, we can't talk about Jimin's mentors without mentioning those who shaped him as a performer and dancer. Remember, Jimin's foundation is dance. And even before joining BTS, he was a top student at Busan High School of Arts studying contemporary dance. During middle school, Jimin attended Just Dance Academy in Busan, where he learned popping and locking. Those early dance instructors laid the groundwork for his incredible performance skills that we see today. In recent years, especially for solo projects, Jimin worked with performance directors like Kim Min-seong and Noah Nakta. They helped choreograph and direct performances for the Face and Muse albums, ensuring that visual presentation matches musical artistry. What makes Jimin special is he never stops learning. Even with all his skills and achievements, he still approaches every performance with a student mentality, always seeking ways to improve and grow. Beyond producers and choreographers, there's an entire team of people who mentored Jimin in different aspects of his career. Vocal coaches who helped him develop and maintain his distinctive voice. Visual directors for music videos and concept photos. Stylists who understand his aesthetic. What ties all these mentors together is their genuine care for Jimin's artistic vision. They're not just doing jobs, they're invested in his success and growth. And Jimin, for his part, is incredibly respectful and grateful for their guidance. In Production Diary, you can see how Jimin treats everyone with respect, how he listens carefully to feedback, how he's willing to be vulnerable and admit when he's struggling. This humility and openness is what makes the working relationship with his mentors so productive. So, what's the result of all this mentorship and collaboration? Let's look at the numbers. Promise broke SoundCloud records. Like crazy, made history as the first Korean solo artist to hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. Face sold over 1 million copies in its first week. Who accumulated over 1.34 billion Spotify streams in under 6 months. But beyond numbers, what these mentors gave Jimin was the confidence to be himself. The Face album was deeply personal, addressing his struggles with identity, loneliness, and self-doubt during the pandemic. Without supportive mentors who encouraged him to be vulnerable, that album might never have been made. Muse showed a different side, more playful and experimental, showcasing his versatility. Again, having mentors who supported his artistic exploration was crucial. Now, Jimin is serving his military duty and will return in June 2025. But even during this time, his music continues to break records and touch hearts. Who is still charting? Muse appeared on the Billboard 200 year-end chart for 2024. The foundation that his mentors helped build is so strong that his music thrives even in his absence. And when he returns, we can expect even more growth. Because if there's one thing we learned from looking at Jimin's mentors, it's that he never stops evolving. He'll continue to seek new perspectives, new collaborations, new ways to express himself artistically. So Army, next time you listen to Jimin's music, remember that you're not just hearing one person's work. You're hearing the result of collaboration between a talented artist and dedicated mentors who believe in his vision. You're hearing years of guidance, support, and mutual respect. From Dog's patient production guidance, GHSDLOP's innovative sound design, RM's lyrical wisdom, to international collaborators who brought fresh perspectives, every person played a crucial role in shaping the artist we love today. What do you think about Jimin's mentors? Are there any other people you think played an important role in his success? Share your thoughts in the comments section. And if you want more deep dives into BTS members' creative processes, behind-the-scenes stories, and industry insights, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Jimin's journey reminds us that success is never a solo effort. Behind every great artist is a team of people who believe, support, and guide. And Jimin, with his humility, hard work, and openness to learn, is the perfect example of how an artist-mentor relationship should be. Thank you for watching until the end. Army, stay inspired, stay curious, and most importantly, continue supporting all artists with appreciation for the entire teams behind them. Borahi, Purple Heart.